I caught a shoplifter at my bookstore. Now she's my best-selling author. It was a slow Tuesday afternoon when I noticed her early 20s worn-out hoodie, nervously scanning the store before slipping a paperback into her backpack. Classic shoplifter behavior. I'd owned this independent bookstore for 15 years and could spot them a mile away. Instead of calling security, I approached her directly. "That book you just took. It's one of my favorites too," I said quietly. She froze, eyes wide with panic. But what struck me wasn't her fear. It was the book she'd chosen, not something popular or expensive, but an obscure literary novel that had sold maybe 3 copies since I'd stocked it. "I can't afford it," she whispered, tears forming. "But I read the first chapter standing here and I need to know how it ends." Something about her desperation felt familiar. I made her an unusual offer. "Keep the book, but you have to come back and tell me what you thought of it. A real review, not just 'it was good.'" She looked suspicious but agreed. I didn't expect to see her again. A week later, she returned with 3 handwritten pages analyzing the novel's narrative structure, character development, and thematic elements. It was the most incentrate literary criticism I'd read in years. "Do you write?" I asked. "I try to," she admitted. "I am living in my car right now. Lost my apartment after medical bills. Kicks keeps me sane." I offered her a deal. She could read any book in my store if she wrote reviews I could post on our website. She'd get store credit for each review. 6 months later, her reviews had tripled my online sales. Customers came specifically asking for the books that girl recommended. She was no longer living in her car. She worked part-time at my store while taking writing classes at the community college. One day, she shyly handed me a manuscript. "Would you read this? It's probably terrible." It wasn't terrible. It was extraordinary. I sent it to my cousin who works at a publishing house. 3 bidding wars and 18 months later, her debut novel hit the New York Times bestseller list. The acknowledgements page simply reads, "To the bookstore owner who caught me stealing, thank you for seeing a desperate reader instead of a thief. Yesterday, we hosted her book signing, the line wrapped around the block. As she signed copies, a teenage girl approached me and whispered, 'Is it true she used to be homeless?' 'No,' I replied. 'She used to be a writer who hadn't been discovered yet.' Sometimes the best investment you can make is believing in someone before they believe in themselves."